Hello everyone, this is JD Calderon and this is Indie Comics Explained. And today I'm doing something a little different. I'm actually going to do an unboxing. This is the box of books I get every month. I use a subscription service. I order my books every month through the Previews catalog. I did a video on that where I just went through the entire catalog, basically picking up whatever I'm deciding to pick up for the month. But this is what I got for the month. It's a 30-pound box. I get rid of the background. Boop. I don't know if that really helps any. But let's open it up. See what we got. Hopefully there's some good stuff. I mean, there usually is. So. To be careful. Opening this up, the one really good thing is they tend to use a double corrugated box. It's really thick, really heavy. Oh, this is good. They actually use bubble wrap. They used to use packing peanuts, which I hated. These get all over the place. Here we have bubble wrap. A little bit easier to control. Actually, a lot easier to control. This stuff out of the way. This out of the way. Alright. And the other thing they do is they wrap everything up in bundles. And for some reason I ordered 2 copies of The Boys #3, like a genius. But fortunately I have a friend who would appreciate that. And then we have another stack of books here. I kind of showed you who shipped it to me, but that's okay. Thanos hardcover. Previews. Another book wrapped up with it. Before Houdini. And I did not expect this thing to be so big. This is Marvel's by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross. I knew I was getting a bit. I didn't expect it to be quite that large. So move the box out of the way. So look at that thing. It's huge. It's the size of the artboard. I think that's 11. I think of the whole thing. It's the size of the actual comics page. It's crazy. I really wasn't expecting this. I was actually expecting just something a little oversized, not actual page size. This is kind of cool. I wasn't really expecting this. Oh yeah, and I know it's Indie Comics Explained. I do read superhero comics. I do read some Marvel. I do read some DC. I have a great deal of nostalgia. I grew up on the stuff, so there's just no avoiding it. The only thing is that I'm very, very picky. I make sure I only get, like, I watch out. And I make sure I only pick up the best of what's coming out. Or at least I try to get the best. Wow, look at the size of that thing. It's huge. Can't even get the whole thing on camera. Whew. Space is just not big enough. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. This is like one of these are the actual board sizes of when Alex Ross was painting. This is crazy. This thing is massive. I really wasn't expecting this when I ordered it. I was expecting, it to be oversized. I wasn't expecting it to be actual size. But this is actually really cool. I don't know how I'm going to read it. That's crazy. Put that bag in put it back in the plastic bag again. Because I get it scuffed up. The thing must weigh a good 10 pounds. Thing's heavy. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Well, we got the regular previews. I actually picked up an extra copy from my local comic book shop. My buddy will be happy that I have a spare one because he likes to take my spares with him. And that's the previews, which I already went through. Interesting, it's just the previews. And we have Before Houdini in the book. Jeremy Holt. Nice looking artwork. Very nice, looking good, looking good. Looking forward to reading that. Again, one of those Marvel things. I was expecting something a little more along these lines when it came down to that Marvel's book. This is Thanos by Donny Cates. I actually bought it just because of Donny Cates. I thought it would be interesting to read his take on Thanos. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Right now, I'm looking forward to Al Ewing's Hulk run. They're releasing that in a big hardcover. I'll probably be picking that up. And the only other thing I'm collecting is Jason Aaron's Thor. So those are really the things I'm getting from Marvel. I don't know if I'll pick up anything else from them, but it all depends on word of mouth. If I hear some good stuff, I'll pick it up. And then we have another bundle here, a couple hardcovers. Wrapped up. Okay. Invoice. Okay, that's the DC previews, which I didn't actually get this month. DC is having a lot of problems these days. They're owned by AT&T, company that sells phones and is in a lot of debt, and they're saying the DC's future is in question, which is kind of sad. Being an indie guy, I know it'd be tragic for the industry. It'd be tragic for all these characters to go away. I mean, I don't think they'd go away. They would just probably just license them out to various other companies like IDW and Boom, Dark Horse. You know, everybody would get a piece of it. But, you know, as its own thing, it'll probably be sad to see it leave. This is Quorum by Michael Moorcock. Believe this is, yeah, Mike Mignola cover. Written by Mark Barron. Joe Thompson, some Kelly Jones artwork in here. I've been collecting these. They've been reprinting these. There's probably at least another 11 books of these by written by Michael Moorcock and adapted by various artists. Some of them Mike Mignola. This is Mignola. They also had Ken Hooper, someone I don't know, and I saw Kelly Jones' name in there, which is cool. There's some really early work. I mean, I think this is from the early 90s or late 80s. So yeah, these are reprints of books that came out a while ago. They're well worth having. They're great books. And this is awesome right here. I love the fact I got this book. This is Lev Grossman, The Menditions. There's a TV show based on this series of books. I had the first book sitting on my shelf probably for 2 or 3 years, and I remember reading the first couple of pages. Didn't really grab me. I said, okay, whatever, and I just put it back, and I said, I'll pick it up some other time. And I had to take a long train ride out to some meeting on Long Island. I said, all right, let me grab this book, and I started reading. I got, by the 15th, 20th page, I think I was hooked. And I think I read the entire series in a week. And the only reason it took me that long is because I had to wait to get the books from Amazon. I would order them as I finished one, I would order the other one, and finish one, I order the other one. And then I started watching the TV show, and I really enjoyed the TV show. Although I don't agree completely with what they did at the end of the last season, but hey, they got to move the show forward. And now Lev Grossman wrote a graphic novel by one of his characters, and this is actually pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to reading this. Lev Grossman is an excellent writer. Oh, I should say novelist. I think it will translate. I think it really will. The guy is very studious, or at least that's the way he comes off with his work, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. And this is produced. This is Dark Horse? No, it's Archaea. Okay. So that's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun right there. All right, so let's move these over. And now we got some more books. All right, these are just regular trades, no hardcovers. We got here Ronin Island. This is by Greg Pak. I just saw this. I thought it was interesting. You know, I've read some of other Greg Pak's work, primarily World War Hulk, and I really enjoyed that. So I figured I'd give this a punt. You know, whenever these guys put out like their own work, I always like to support it. Oh yeah, there's a group of these things. Unity. So this is 7. Here's 5, 6, and 4. So this Unity, and these are all written by Matt Kent. Various artists. This is Unity 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have 1 through 3. I bought them a while ago, probably a couple years ago, and I couldn't find the rest of them. And I was just like, all right, whatever, I'll just wait. And they had compiled it. I said, you know, I already have the 3 books. I'm just gonna wait. And then for some reason they offered these the entire run and trades like this, and I was like, ooh. So I just had to get them. I'm a big Matt Kent superhero fan, or just a fan in general. I really enjoy his work, so pretty much look forward to everything he's done. And considering I don't think he's working with Valiant anymore. That doesn't mean he won't work with them ever again. But I think at the moment he's not working with them. So yeah. So I got Unity, so I'm happy about that. And this is Dead Kings, Steve Orlando. I believe an old school writer from back in the day. Just looked interesting. I said, all right, let me, again, you know, I have to sometimes just take a shot in the dark with these with the indie books. You know, and it looks good. So yeah, Steve Orlando. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Alright. Now I have my last pile. Like there wasn't enough piles. And we have The Boys Volume 3 twice. I will be keeping this one, and this one will be going to my friend. But yeah, this is Garth Ennis. I reviewed the second volume. This is good stuff. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this. There's 3 more volumes, so it's a lot of reading here, so it's actually pretty good. So this will keep me busy. Alright, so let's move those to the side. Another one of my perennial favorites, Atomic Robo. Yeah, I have, I believe, all of the volumes. One day I'm going to have to go check to make sure, run through a list. But this book is just a lot of fun. At first, it reminded me, I always thought it was like trying to be Hellboy, but actually, I think there came a point where they started to move away from that, because it did have that kind of feel to it. But they started moving away, and they started doing other things, doing other types of adventure stories. But this is a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed these. There's, I don't know, maybe 15 volumes at this point. I would always advise just going back and checking them out. And the one cool thing is that these tend to be self-contained stories. You could probably pick them up at any point and just start reading them. So you don't need to have the other 15. It's it's always good to have that background, but I don't really think it's necessary. The series is a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to this. Grumble. This came out. This is from Albatross. This is the same guys who put out The Goon and Hillbilly. And probably picked up all of their trades at this point. I've been enjoying them. I like the guy's sense of humor. And I was just like, okay, let me just, I'll continue on. I mean, it looks interesting. Talking dogs, smoking talking dog, why not? Cat head guy. I was like, sure, let's give it a shot. Looks like a lot of fun. Alright. Incursion. This is Valiant. Alright, well, Andy Diggle I know. He's a good writer. So I figured I would give this one a shot. Like I said, there's not a great many things coming out of Valiant that I'm interested in these days. But I do like to give everyone a good shot. Just take a look at it. Let's see what happens. You never know. It might actually be good. So we will see. And then we have Volume 1, Movable Type, Books of Magic, Sandman Universe. So I think so far I've read 3 of the trades from this universe. I've read Lucifer, which I found interesting. I've read, I think there's one called The Dreaming, which I've also read, which I've enjoyed. I just finished reading that. And then there's this one. Again, this is from DC. So sometimes I will read things from the big 2. There's not a lot of it, but there is some of it. And this looks good. I got into a little bit of a discussion with some people. It's like DC, like I said, they're in some trouble. This particular book is overseen by Neil Gaiman, and I guess him working as I'm hoping, and I do think he's an active editor, if not just an advisor to the writers. I'm pretty sure they're like, I don't know if they're submitting their scripts to him and he's reading them and saying, okay, maybe you should look at this and change this and fix this, or just outright, this is trash, start again, guys, or that sort of thing. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know what his relationship is with the writers, other than I'm pretty sure he's the one that helped bring them in. It's just, hopefully it's just going to be another good book. The other 2 books were really good. I enjoyed them. Because this one said, all right, this is written by Cat Howard, Neil Gaiman. I guess there's one, all right, they have one section that's just the very beginning. It's the same story in the front piece of the other 2 trades. And then, all right, Cat Howard picks up. So I guess this is, where she goes from there. And I mean, like I said, I just hope it's good. I'm going to read it. I'm going to hopefully enjoy it and hopefully continue to pick up the series as it goes along. So that's from DC. All right, so that's it for today. I got a nice, healthy pile of books today. This is just a little nuts. And this is what I do every month. I get just a huge pile of books. And, whatever I get from Kickstarter, once in a blue moon, I'll walk into my local comic book shop and I'll grab something off a shelf. But this is my main source of comic books. I just get a pile every month, so it's kind of like it's one good thing about being an adult. You can buy your own toys, and I have Christmas at least once a month for myself. I get a big box from my this company that I buy books from. So thank you so much, guys, for showing up. I am currently running a Kickstarter. I'm sure you guys know, the Oswald Chronicles, and believe it only has about 20 hours left. So if you like, please go check it out. Help support the cause. Just another indie guy trying to do his thing. And go check out some great books. And thank you so much. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. And, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Have a great night. And I'll see you next time.